Hello beauties and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we already have our brows done and I have a more natural finish foundation look going on. I did add some blush just for some color, but nothing too intense. We're going to work on the eyes first, so I'm going to take this Velvet Smooth eyeliner from Kokie Cosmetics. This is in the shade Bright Blue, and I'm just kind of outlining my eye shape at the top and then doing a little bit of a cat eye sort of wing on the outer third. Then you'll see here I'm filling it all in. I'm going to go into the Michaela and Glam Light palette. I'm going to use a shade Rhodey, and then I'm just packing that on directly on top of that outline we did. This is really going to intensify the color and just make it a lot more vibrant and a lot more blue. I love doing this with any sort of colors that you really want to intensify. I'm taking this Ico Cosmetics liquid liner. You can use any liquid liner you want. You can use my code as well, which I will have down below if you want to save on anything Ico. I'm just doing a wing, kind of big, but I like it. I'm using this Sigma Beauty Wicked Kohl liner, and I'm going to run it on the tight line right close to my upper lashes. And then I'm going to also run it in the waterline down underneath as well. I'm going to take that Rhodey shade with a pencil brush and then just work it underneath the lower lash line. And for today's look, I'm going to use the style Mykonos by Lily Lashes to give us a glam look. Once the eye look is done, we're going to move on to the skull. So I'm outlining it with that bright blue Kokie eyeliner. I'm kind of just outlining the lower like jaw area and kind of where I want the mouth to stretch. It's just making like a little like L shape almost, just so I can have like parameters that I'm working with. You'll see here that I ended up just doing a line across underneath my nose because I feel like I ended up wanting to just focus on the lower half of my face. Then I went in with another Velvet Smooth eyeliner. This is just the darkest black from Kokie Cosmetics. And now I'm outlining the areas that will be black and the areas that will end up being blue here. So it's a lot of outlining first. I'm gonna go into this palette. I can't remember the name of this, but I know I got it off of Amazon. I will leave it down below. It is like flesh paints, kind of like the Makeup Forever palette, but way cheaper. These are water based, so you can activate them with water. And as you'll see here, you kind of have to go in a couple of times to really kind of get that color intense. Then we're going to go back into the Michaela palette and use that shade Rhodey with a little sponge, a makeup sponge. These you can get anywhere really. And we're going to pack that eyeshadow on top of everything we just did. Because again, this will intensify the blue for our look and just make it look a lot more seamless and not as patchy. You can do this with any color that you want, especially if you're going to be working with darker colors like we are here. I'm taking that same makeup sponge or a different makeup sponge and using the black in that palette. And then we will have to go in right here with some black eyeshadow because otherwise you're going to have spots and it's not going to look as intense and nice and black. So we're going to have to go in a couple of times to do this. Be very patient, but I promise this look will end up turning out a lot more intense and a lot brighter than you initially wanted if you do that. So after I'm satisfied with the eyeshadow, I will go back in with that kohl liner. I'm using the same black one and just kind of fine tune some details, outline a little bit more where I need to, shade in where I need to in small spots, and then we can move on to the mouth. So you're going to see that I'm just taking that same kohl liner and kind of just running it on the inside of my lips to give that a really dark and intense black look. And then I'm dragging out like the corners of my lips as well. If you go a little bit over, just go back in with some of that like face paint, or you can just go back in with the eyeshadow and it cleans it up right away because of that intense base that you already have underneath. So I decided I wanted to extend out the lips and have it connect just to like the darker part of the cheek, the like cutout cheek area. And then I'm just dragging the pencil a little bit more because I really want a nice intense black on there before going in with the teeth. So for the teeth, I'm using an actual paintbrush and using the white in that face paint palette that we used. I'm making almost like little squares with triangles at the top. And then you'll see in here that I go over it multiple times and then I almost drag the tips of it so it could kind of like fade out at the top. I ended up going back in with the Beauty Creations Dare to Be Bright color base in the shade Whiteout, and this really helped intensify the white. Now using my Ico Cosmetics eyeliner, I'm going to outline the teeth here, and this is what's going to kind of divide out the teeth and make them look more like actual skeleton teeth. So just want to take your time here, really just kind of outline it. You're probably going to have to go over it multiple times because we are working with eyeshadows and face paints and stuff like that, but just take your time here, really outlining it, like I said, making squares at the bottom and then just kind of bringing it to a pointy tip where it kind of fades out, and that will give it a more impression of like skeleton teeth, and like how regular human teeth are like a little bit more pointy at the top and then just kind of a little bit thicker and more square at the bottom. Here I'm going to take the black eyeshadow. I think I just used an Anastasia palette with any black shadow, and I'm just working it in between the teeth. And again, this is kind of gonna give it more of that like teeth-like effect where there's like shadows and contrast. It's not just like a stark line on there. Same thing with this one. Take your time. You're probably gonna have to go in multiple times just to really set the black on there. But I really feel like this kind of made the look a little bit more believable than just leaving it outlined and then some white and black. In here you can see where I'm talking about that I kind of went back in with that white base and just retouched up some teeth that maybe have faded a little bit too much, or if I put in too much black eyeshadow in between, you can kind of touch it up. You can just go back and layer as you need to, but yeah, just be patient when you first do it the first time and then just layer and fix it if you need to. All right, so we are done with the mouth. Let's work on that nose. This was kind of an afterthought. I wasn't initially planning on doing a nose, but I thought it kind of just tied the look up nicely. So I'm doing like a U shape and then kind of just connecting like the inner part. I think this is called a parabola in math, if I'm not mistaken, something similar like that. I don't really know, but anyway, yeah, I'm just doing a U shape and then just kind of connecting the top of it almost, and then just filling it in with the black on there. And then after the black, of course, we got to do some fine-tune details. So I just take a more kind of precise liquid eyeliner. This is the same Ico Cosmetics one that I've been using, and just kind of making the tips a little bit more pointy. And then don't forget that whenever we're adding color, we want to intensify it. So we're going to use some black eyeshadow, just set on top of it, kind of like how you set your face with translucent powder. We're doing the same thing except with colored shadows for intensity. So here I just wanted to add a couple more details. I saw some other like skeleton pictures that had just a little bit detail, so I'm just doing a little bit of a line on top of like the hollow supposed areas of the black. So just doing a little thin line there, and then you'll see that I'm going to do it underneath as well here, just to give it a little bit more dimension and a little bit more details. And then I ended up just doing a black line as well where we did the blue underneath the nose. I don't know, I think it just gave it a little bit better of a contrast. You don't have to do that. Some of this stuff is like an afterthought, but I think it tied the look up nicely. So yeah, I'm just doing a line to kind of really separate the upper, more human part of the face, I guess, towards compared to the skull part underneath. Then I just ran a little bit of white underneath that as well, just to kind of give it some dimension where the light would naturally hit the face. These are just little details. You definitely don't have to do that, but I do think it added a little bit more something to the look. So yeah, just added it on there and then added it just on the tip of the nose where the light would hit. And then I decided to go underneath and kind of just carve out a little bit of a chin situation here, like a skeleton naturally would. So I'm just doing a thick line underneath of eyeliner. I had to go over it multiple times and then just fine tuning it with some white details. Halfway through, I also decided it would be cute to add some little crystals. So I'm adding a little crystal just like at the bottom of my lower lash line in the center, kind of like right in line with my natural eye. And then I added them to the inner corners as well for a little pop. That's it. Our look is complete. Now I just went and finished it off. I threw on this leather jacket and some staple earrings, and I think the look turned out good.